Good morning. Of course, I spill something as soon as I start the live stream. There. Right, the light is a little bit weird today, but I don't think I can do too much about it. Alright, I'm just gonna share the link in the Facebook group, which is New Leaf Designs Knitting and Crochet Crew. Right. All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Annalena. Good morning, Chris. Hello, hello. All right. There we go. Okay. Now just to share the link on Instagram. Mom was trying to find a spot. Oh, is that Fluffy? Momo. There's no space for you there. Come on. Eh? Here. Nice and fluffy sweater for you. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Oh, you're such a cutie. Oh, you want the fluffy book? No? Yes? Seriously. You're gonna sit here? I was going to show that to people. I have my notebook here and it's very fluffy because I knit a cover for it. Oh mon Dieu. Right, I'll show you the book later. Maybe. See it here, it's very fluffy. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Mama wants her own podcast. Yeah. She really likes to talk. She meows a lot. Right, I copy link. No. Copy this link. Yes. Because it's starting the second side part of the cruise cardigan. Yay! Love yours, Carmen. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see all of the different cruise cardigans. Hmm? It's a little wobbly, isn't it? Yeah. Careful, careful. Don't want her to fall off my desk. Live stream. There. Oh, so cute. Hello, Rima. Hi, Ariadna. Good morning. How is everyone? I'm doing good, thank you. Right, all done with sharing the link. Oh, so cute. Oh, Rima finished the scrappy blanket yesterday. Yay! Well done, well done. I am wearing the cardigan, but it's not yet finished. There's a lot of ends. I left my tripod downstairs. I have to go and get it. Ariadna's trying to make it through this hot weather. I'm just not made for this. Yeah. Move to Scotland. We had 2 warmer days. On Monday it was really hot, but it was 24 degrees here, but it was still very hot because our house is not built for that temperature. But yeah, in the Netherlands it's like 30. It's crazy. But yeah, on Tuesday it rained in the morning and then it was back to a cool 14 degrees, so it was lovely. I will say I do still regularly have to wear my warm coat. So my winter coat has 2 layers, and last weekend I even wore both of the layers, like my proper winter coat. Doesn't often happen in June, or at least I'm not used to it, but I guess it happens in Scotland. I need to go get my tripod, but I hope that Momo will stay here and not run after me, because I think this is really cute. And Momo. Yeah. Hello. Oh. Oh, it's 47 degrees. Oh. That's too hot. Too hot. Yeah. And then there are people saying, "Oh, global warming isn't real." Yeah. Oh, someone is falling asleep. So I decided to leave the cuffs like this because I quite like it how it is. I was trying to figure out if I could do a ribbing. You know how you can do a crochet ribbing? I just working in the back loop of single crochets. But yeah, I don't know. I've never really tried this. I always feel like it doesn't look as good as knitting. Oh. Okay. She's got no anyway. Yeah, Momo's podcast. So I think I might still do a knit ribbing by just picking up some of the loops, you know, the back loop of every stitch, and then knitting the ribbing. I might do that, but I'm also fine to leave it like this. The way I had thought of doing it with flower petals, it didn't really turn out well. I tried that last time on the live stream. It looked horrible. So yeah. So today, or no, wait. What I did do this morning was I crocheted 2 rows of single crochet here. I kind of wish now that I'd used this same color, the salmon pink, instead of the yellow, but it's fine. Yeah, and I did single crochet because that's a bit firmer than double crochet, and I'm hoping that it will keep its shape better. Yeah, so I am going to be weaving in the ends, and then it will be done. And I might still add a pocket, I might still add some embellishments, but the beauty of that is that I can do that whenever. I can wear it for a month and then see, yeah, I'd really like a pocket with this, or maybe I'll wear it for a day and then already know I want some changes. Chris says that's what I did at the button band, the ribbon crochet. Oh yeah. So I haven't looked it up yet, but is it that you just do single crochet and then one row you work in the back loop and then the other row you work in the front loop? I think. Perfect summer colors. I also really like your shirts. Thank you. I just got it last week. It's from the RSPB, which is the bird protection here. And I chose this one because it has a knit hat on it. And a goldfinch. And this one, I've how do you say this? I'm having some trouble with the English bird names because this is a goldfinch in English, but a goudvink, literally goldfinch in Dutch, is not this bird. It's a bullfinch. So it's so confusing. But yeah. Chris said I did every row in a back loop. Every row. Oh yeah, because now, okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna try that in a moment. Okay. I'll just go and grab the tripod so that I can have the extra camera. I'll be right back. Oh, battery's running low, but I've plugged it in. Strange. Oh no, sunshine, please. Wow, it is so cloudy on that side and so sunny on that side. It's really 4 seasons in one day over here. Oh, but first, now Momo has moved from the book, I can show you what's in there. Ah. That's because of the sunlight. So, I have something very exciting. And I'm not sure if I showed you last week. I think so. But anyway, it doesn't matter if I showed you last week. I have the knitting machine. A real brother knitting machine. Running super smoothly. With a row counter, with a yarn tension unit, with thingies so that I can knit Fair Isle on it. And it's so cool. I think it's so cool. Oh. Some yarn fluff in here. I did not use yellow yet. Oh, wait, no, I did, so it is mine. But there was also yellow in there from the last owner. And this was so dirty. This was so gross. But now I have cleaned it. And look at how cool this is. I have buttons and then I think that's so cool. You can really see how it's working. And it was very crusty. There were a lot of like brown flecks in it, but I think it was just grease and dust, like fiber bits. I was so disgusted. disgusting. But I watched a tutorial on how to open up this whole thing. I took everything off, even the sliding buttons. I saw how all of that worked on the inside, and it was super cool. I think this is the same thing that people find really cool if they, open up cars to see what's inside. Yeah, so really cool. It's a brother knitting machine. And so a brother knitting machine, and because it was so disgusting, here in the house we kept saying brother because it was so dirty. So yeah, but it was super cool, and I already knit some swatches with it, so that's what I wanted to show you. Hi Anik, good morning. Thank you, Annalena. It's so much fun, so much fun. So this is my my notebook. I used this during the summer knitting week 2 years ago. Summer knitting week, or zomerbreiweken because it's a Dutch course, is in Maastricht at Strix. That's Strikks, Strix. And it was my first time doing machine knitting, but we also did some hand knitting and did some really cool kind of very artsy assignments. This was machine knit though, and you can see how my yarns dropped there. Yeah, so that was really cool. Highly recommend this course. The summer knitting weeks, there are 2 courses this year, both in August, so I don't know actually if there's still a spot free. Let's check it out, and I'll drop the link in the chat. Zomerbreiweken. Chris, I'm seeing your photo. I'll look at it in a bit. Okay, so they have 2 different. One is texture and one is hand painting. But yeah, very cool. Highly recommend. I will put the link in the chat if I can find it. Always when I click away, I am like suddenly lost. So it is quite an investment, but it is like, see it as a 1-week masterclass at a art university. Oh, it's so cool. So yeah, I did some color assignments. Okay, fast forward to what I did earlier this week. Hello, Momochi. Yeah. Oh, come on. Is it too warm? Yeah, it's too warm. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Right, I made this a little bit difficult for myself. I only have 2 swatches to show you anyway. So one is just a single color. This is Scapeus Metropolis, and I noted down the gauge and which settings I used on the machine. And then this one, I used the what's it called? Punch card on the machine to create this. Come on, Witchy. Come on. No, the book is no. You can sit here. No. Okay, okay. Close the book again. You can sit over there. Okay. No? She doesn't know what she wants. Right. Hi, Natasha. Hello. I was just showing the swatches that I made on my new knitting machine. Yes, very happy with it. So I made this. I love the colors on that one. And again, I noted down what the yarn was and the stitch size that I used on the machine, and yeah. Just so I can remember everything. And now to weave in all of these ends. Right. Yeah, it does look good. And it's just with this punch card. You can't really see that from there, but that has the zigzag pattern. It's a card like this. And yeah, very cool. I have a bunch of these. And some of them are cool, like this one. Sadly, this one is cut in half, so I can't use it. Some are very cool, but others are just a bit unusable. I think this one was still... See, you can... If I hold it up, you can kind of see what it's gonna be. Yeah, this one is cool, kind of an argyle. But there's also some hideous ones in there. And then a lot of just plain ones that I can still cut out. I can still use this part. See if I can find an ugly one. Most of them are just like really, really simple. But yeah, what is this? Oh, it's a surfer. Yeah, no thanks. Oh, that's kind of nice. Eh. Same one. Yeah. Same one again. I'm not sure why. And this, oh, it's bunnies. Oh, I see it now. I kept looking at it like this and I thought an olive with a scarf. But it's bunnies. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I see that, you know, it's cute, a little ghost, but like, I'm not gonna want a sweater with, what even is an alien? And again, this one, I'm not sure why they have so many of this. Anyway, that's enough. I've looked at all of these already. Because I was just trying to find one to do a swatch with, and each one I was like, no, no, no. Very picky. So, yeah, it looks like the one from Ghostbusters. The ghost, and then also the no entry sign. Not sure if that has anything to do with the Ghostbusters one, because if you combine it, then you get the logo for Ghostbusters. So yeah. Is it working? Please. I turned it off by mistake. There we go. There we go. So, still have some ends to weave in. Oh, and it is still hot today. It's probably not. It's you know, it's probably still 10 degrees cooler than in the Netherlands, but I'm sitting behind a window, and it's very hot. So this morning I didn't feel much like knitting because it was so hot, and that's rare for me. But I have a bunch of empty punch cards, the ones I just showed you for the machine, and I do have a puncher. And it's a specific Brother knitting machine punch card puncher. But you know, I've seen it somewhere, but I can't remember where it is. And I've looked through a lot of boxes because we moved 8 months ago, and as this is a temporary space, I still have a lot of boxes that I just packed and they're just in the closet. I've looked through almost all of them, but I still haven't found it, so yeah. I'll find it soon. I didn't finish my thought because then then I can punch my own designs in there. And yeah, I can make a Fair Isle skirt in just one day. Oh, I can't wait. It still happens to me after 3 years. Some people could say I'm not organized. Yeah. What I've done now is for every box that I went through, um, I had already written what's in there and then on a note, but I had put it inside the box. Now I've taken it and I've pasted it on the outside of the box so that I don't have to, because a lot of boxes are stacked on top of each other, and yeah, now I don't have to unstack them in order to know what's in there. Because, a lot of things we just don't need right now. A lot of like childhood stuff, our diving certificates, our motorcycle gear because we sold our motorcycle. So a lot of stuff we just don't need right now. I have some copper pots and pans from Tim's grandma, which I would like as decoration, but since we can't hang anything on the walls here, a lot of those decorations are just in boxes. And I did think we would have moved to our own house by summer, but just hasn't happened yet, which is fine. But it also meant that I had stashed all of my summer clothes away because I didn't think I was going to be using them before we moved again. So, and it is kind of fun actually to open up a box and then go like, oh, I forgot I had this, and then it's almost like you're buying it new because you're finding it again and you're like, oh. All right, I'll just cut some of these. Oh, and did you see the artist that I shared on Instagram stories yesterday evening? It was this woman who's now also located in Scotland, so I might meet her one day. She's turning textile waste into artwork, and it's so cool. So she's cutting up she's cutting up like big cloths, like just like offcuts, and she's cutting that up so there's just strands of this length, and she's mixing that with a biodegradable glue, and then she makes it into a paste, and it kind of reminds me of the paste you make when you make your own paper, if you've ever done that. Like, put paper in a blender and then mix it with glue, and then you have your own paper. Kind of reminds me of that, like a bit like paper mache. And it's very cool, and with this fabric waste it becomes this kind of felt like fabric, and she cuts them into shapes and creates artworks from that, and it's just so cool. And I think it's the best use of fabric waste that I've seen so far, because I've been looking a long time for what to do with yarn scraps. And I've seen a lot of things, like people put the yarn scraps in between 2 layers of soluble fabric, you know, like the fabric that you put on something to embroider on it. And they put the yarn ends, like a bunch of yarn ends, between 2 of those sheets, and then stitch on top, and then put it in water, and then you just have the yarn ends, but like in a sheet. Also very cool, but yeah, this one, yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? This one really seems very usable. And she does sell the glue, but I think I might be able to make that with flour and water. I'm not sure. So yeah, I thought it was very cool. So now I think I'm gonna save up my yarn scraps again, because it just looks too cool. Yeah, I'm talking about fabric waste. Last week, I saw a video of someone who cuts up old t-shirts to use as cleaning rags, and sure, like I knew that you could do this, but I've only ever seen my dad do this to clean the car, and so I never really thought it was something for me, because I don't clean the car that often, and we have sponges for it and they work fine. So why would I, why would I cut up t-shirts? Yeah, it's fine. But then last week I saw someone who cleaned the toilet with, their old t-shirts cut up into rags. And I thought, that is genius, because, yeah, even if you have a designated toilet sponge, I always feel kind of icky about, storing it somewhere. And I think, is it clean enough? I don't know. And I don't feel good about using disposable wipes or like kitchen paper. And then I saw someone using old t-shirts, and I thought, oh, I could do that. I had saved a couple of t-shirts that were just, they were past their time. When you have t-shirts that you put in the wash, but even directly after a wash they still kind of feel dirty. Yeah, so I cut some of those up and I cleaned with it, and it felt really good, and you can just throw it away afterwards. Yeah. And Yeah, sorry, I'm just going on a ramble because I'd been thinking about this for a long time. Ever since I did my year of using what I have last year. Um, and I did buy some t-shirts this year. And I kind of felt bad about it, but I'm not able to make t-shirts yet. At least not good quality t-shirts. I still have to learn how to get a really nice finishing to the hem and stuff. And I figured if I buy it from sustainable web shops like this one from the bird protection, then it's okay. And with this web shop, you can send in your old t-shirts and they will have them remade into new ones. And I really like that idea. Ariadne says, I wish to grow to a situation where most of my clothes are self-made. Yeah. That's my goal too. And I think it's fairly doable. But when I was making my first, I made one t-shirt from stretchy fabric and 2 leggings, but they were all like, well, the leggings were supposed to be like pajama leggings anyway, but the t-shirt also, yeah, it was just not really good enough quality to use as a proper t-shirt, so it's also become a pajama. And maybe because of the print, actually, because it's like fruits all over and it looks a bit busy, so anyway, while I was doing that, I was wondering, like, because I was seeing a lot of discussion about, oh, if you make something yourself, but if you then don't wear it a lot, it's still fast fashion. You know, it was kind of a hot topic at the time. And then I looked at those t-shirts and leggings that I made that I was using, but as pajamas. Ariadne says, I made a few shirts for my son, and I think the fabric helps in making it look good. Yeah. Like, I'm no super experienced sewist, but the shirts looked good to me, even though I'm a perfectionist. Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, and I was being a bit critical of myself, like, oh, you know, I made this, but it's not really good, so is it fast fashion? But I think when making stuff, as long as what you make is one of 2 goals, you're good. So one is if you're gonna wear it a lot, and the other one is if you're learning from it, because everyone needs to start somewhere, and you're not going to have perfectly wearable things the first time that you make it. Everyone needs experience. And so I figured, you know, that's what makes me realize that, oh, okay, so it's not fast fashion if I'm not wearing the things that I made that are not so good quality, because it's just a learning project. And you know, as long as you're not blindly making something, because I was it's a me, Audrey. Because I was seeing a lot of YouTube videos by people who had just gotten a knitting machine, but not like this one, but like the round one that you it kind of looks like a big you know what I mean? the circle one, and then you have this little crank on the end, and then yeah. And you can only make really loose gauge things with most of them. And this girl had a YouTube channel, and she was like, oh, I made a whole wardrobe in just a weekend. And a month after that, or maybe a year after that, she looked back on everything she had made, and she was like, yeah, I don't wear this, oh, I don't wear this, oh, I don't wear this. And it was clear that she had made so many similar things, and that she had not learned of it. Like, you can make two things and then like, oh, okay, I'm not wearing this, maybe I should make something else. But she had like made 5 of the same loose sweaters that she wasn't wearing, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you probably shouldn't make any more of them. Like, there's still, yeah. Ariadne says, yeah, and in my experience, when you make it yourself, you're more careful with it. Oh, so you won't wear it as much. Yeah, well, that depends. But I get what you mean, Audrey says, I just had my final critique from my trimester of sculpting, and I passed! Yay! Congratulations! Woo! Wow, sculpting, so cool. What kind of things do you make? Is it like artsy, or is it... Sorry, that sounds like I don't appreciate art. Is it more like art, or more like everyday use stuff? Because both are cool. Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you make things yourself, you are very careful with it. But other times, I mean, I do really like using the things that I make. And I think the fear of using something that you make vanishes with every new thing you make. Do you get what I'm saying? Like with your 10th pair of socks, you're like, oh yeah, I can wear this now. I could put it in the washing machine. You're less precious with it. Oh, more in the direction of Michelangelo. Wow! Oh my god, so cool. That is so cool. But I often see that when there's this tweet going round, and I see it every couple of months, and it's of this beautiful statue of a woman standing in the wind, and she has this really thin dress that's like clinging to her body, and you just, it's so beautiful. It's one of those sculptures that looks soft, but of course it is like stone or whatever. And there's this guy tweeting this or retweeting it, I don't know. And he says, "Yeah, this is a perfect example of what only men can see, and they see the beauty in women, and they have the skills to recreate what they see." And then someone answers and goes like, "Dude, the sculptor is a woman. She's standing right next to it." And it's just one of those tweets that make you furious at first, and then go like, "Yeah, a woman did that." And yeah, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it's so difficult to achieve that. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I mean, that takes decades of skill. Hi, Emma. How you doing? Can't wait to get my hands into doing more detail work. Yeah, it's so cool. How long have you been doing this? Um, and I bet like it's like you see something and your hands are itching to create more. 2 years. Wow. Knitting and crocheting have helped a lot, I have to admit, to be able to work with intricate work. Yeah. I haven't talked much about this, but remember that I was getting into the Warhammer hobby? I've painted a couple figurines now. And my first one, I have my first one up here. And it turned out pretty cool. And I did some blending. Not sure if you can see that here, but so I took it to the store because if you go back and then show your miniature, you get points or whatever. Maybe this camera is better. So I went back to the store and he was like, "Oh, and this is your first miniature? Well, you must have some like creative skill if you're able to get this." But I think it's like, Warhammer is such a like male dominated hobby, but as women, you know, even like doing like nail art and makeup, like if you've ever done an eyeliner, you can that's like practice for this, right? Even if I didn't knit and embroider and everything like that. Um, and they're like surprised that women can be so good at this, but yeah, so that was funny to me. Like, I'm sure some people in the Warhammer hobby would get upset if I told them that, oh yeah, you know, I practice with, you know, nail art and makeup. I don't think they would be able to handle it. Emma is going to prep some fibers for the Tour de Fleece. Time for stash dive. Yay! And I'll be spinning from my stash this year. Nice! Yeah, only a couple more days. 2 more days. Yeah, men don't understand how intricate these things are. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. If you've never done makeup or nail art, you don't really realize that you need to be yeah, very detailed with that. And I'm not saying I'm good at makeup. I'm not saying that at all. But I just think that you can gain skills from things that people don't necessarily see as something to, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Makeup is my nemesis. I don't know how to use it. Never learned. Yeah, I think a similar thing with knitting and crochet is I think the tools matter a lot. And I've always bought really cheap brushes and makeup. So I do think that kind of matters. Because every time I put on foundation, you can see the little flecks. And I don't know if that's because the foundation is wrong or because maybe it's supposed to do that, or and every time I see foundation on someone else, maybe that's with a filter, or maybe they have a better sponge or whatever. I also find it really difficult to judge reviews because, oh no, oh, stop. Sorry. Because a lot of makeup reviews, they only show what the product looks like after just putting it on, and not. Wait, I'm gonna. Oh, I didn't know I can zoom in like that. Okay, but hang on. Just wanted to turn the volume off. And then the volume buttons are actually zoom in, zoom out on the camera. Who knew? Foundation feels for me like I placed whipped cream on my face. Yeah. Yeah, I very rarely use it. But sometimes I do like it. Like, sometimes it can be really fun. What I've done recently, I was looking for a very light colored mascara because even the brown mascaras, they're like so dark, and I don't really like that on my face. So I was looking for a very light mascara, but I just couldn't find it, or it was this very expensive brand, or a Japanese brand that would have to be shipped from all over the world, and I thought, nah, that's not a very sustainable option. But I did have a mascara primer, you know, the white one. So I took the brush from the white one and the brush from the brown one, and I kind of swooshed those together. And then I got this kind of like white ashy brown, and I put that on my eyelashes, and it works really well. So, and also some people use the primer and then an eyebrow mascara, because eyebrow mascaras magically do come in all of these light brown shades. I don't know why they can't do that with actual mascara. Love the t-shirt, by the way. Thank you. I just got it last week. Birding essentials. Yeah, I really like it. I will say I am going to write to them because they have not finished the t-shirt well, and they claim to be a sustainable brand. But, so, a little rant here. Let's see if I can use this to zoom in now. Okay, it's going a little bit slow. So we ordered 2 men t-shirts and 1 female. And what they've done with the female t-shirt is they haven't done the seam properly, and it's like that on the sleeves too. And I think they like this as a kind of decorative edge, but it's already been snagged here. I've had to pull it back to the other side. And what's worse, on the back, it came out of the bag like this. It has snapped here, and then on the back they have glued it. It is hard. They've glued it in place. So I am going to write to them that, you know, I'm not going to send it back. Because even though they claim that every t-shirt they get back, that they recycle it into new t-shirts, I don't really you know, I can fix it myself. It's not a big deal. I can fix it myself. But yeah, it's just not a good finish. You'll snag on everything. And one of the other shirts we ordered an oatmeal color. We got a bright white color, so we have to email them anyway. But yeah, I thought, nah. If you want to be a sustainable t-shirt brand, you have to do proper finishing. You can't just do this. So yeah. And I do like that being able to sew, I can spot these things more easily. It's just a shame when you know, you're shopping on the internet and you can't really tell these things before you buy it. Similar with a dress I bought recently. It has a gather, but the gather feels very tight and it feels like it's not done properly. So yeah. Better to shop in person. No, I mean, better to make things myself. I know. But yeah. Some things I'm allowing myself to buy because I can't make them yet. Like underwear. How cool would it be to make your own underwear though? All right. One more sleeve. This morning I was thinking, okay, yeah, so on the stream I'll finish the ends and then what do I do? But I've been weaving in these ends for an hour and a half. So really takes more time than you think. And I do really want to add a pocket to this cardigan, but I'll have to wear it first to know where to put the pockets. There are a lot of videos for underwear. Oh, okay. I'll go and search because I don't have a printer, so I can't really print out any patterns, but I can take one of my shorts and then just cut those open and see, and probably follow the video like that. I also did remember when I was talking about that Craftsy subscription, that they had this promotional price of like $2 or something. I got that. I'm looking at the woodworking videos, but I bet they also have sewing videos on there. Oh, and I'm not sure if you saw my video 2 days ago about the new undyed yarns by Scapius and the dyes, but I had a full dye session yesterday. I got my dust mask and I wrapped the whole kitchen in paper just to not get any dye powder on any surfaces. And I dyed 3 full skeins and a mini skein yesterday, and it was very fun to experiment. Some of the colors are... No, actually, none of the colors are how I thought they would be. So I'll have to experiment some more, but it's been really fun so far. And I'm trying some different dyeing techniques. Yeah, and I've been recording a lot of vlog style videos, so hopefully I can show you a video very soon. I'll be able to show you the yarns at least next week. They're just drying now. Oh, and I completely forgot, like, I always ask what people are making, and I completely forgot this time. So if you're working on something, or if you have worked on something this week, feel free to share. I always love to hear it. I love to get more inspiration, especially for summer tops at the moment, because I have too few summer tops. And I have some cotton I want to use. Almost done. Natasha has started another Son of the Fight shawl. Different yarn, different needle size. Already looks so different from the other one I made. Oh, I can't believe... Oh, wow. I can't believe you started another one right away. Because you were like, at the end, you were like, But on the one hand, I totally get it, because lace knitting is so addictive. So what kind of yarn are you using right now? Let me know. Is it a thicker yarn? I bet it's a thicker yarn. I've been meaning to design a heavier DK lace weight. No, that's not what I. Not lace weight. A lace shawl in a heavier weight yarn. I have some hand-dyed DK weight here from a indie dyer who lives 20 minutes away from me. Very nice. And I've been wanting to design a shawl for that. And I think it has to be like 4mm. Oh, Color Crafter. It's from my friend in Fife. She's allergic to wool, and I've already made her a hat out of the same yarn and color. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you steam block it, acrylic is perfect for lace. I've made a shawl like that, and it turned out really, really beautifully. But it was the first lace shawl I ever did, and at that point I didn't know that you can't block acrylic with just, you know, the wet blocking method. So I washed it, I pinned it, took out the pins, and then it just shrunk back into its unblocked state, and I was so confused. And then I heard about acrylic yarn and that you have to steam block it, so I pinned it again, and I didn't have an iron, so I asked my my landlady's iron, and it worked like a dream. It was so beautiful. Okay, I think those were the last ends. Look at these many ends. All from today. I think that was it. still have to block it because it's curling at the corner. um, and it's crinkly, but it's finished. Ta-da! Yeah, I am going to make a pocket, but I want to wear it first to see where exactly I need the pocket, and if I need the pocket diagonally or like that, and if I want to be able to put my mobile phone in it or not. Maybe I'll put a pocket on the inside, because then you can have a really big pocket and have less chance of it falling out. That's cool. So yeah, think about that. I also haven't decided on if I want to add more vibrant colors to this. I think I'll see. I'm very happy that this matches with my new tee, because then I can wear it. Planning on making this with leftover DK cotton. Yes! This is DK cotton. Well, it's half cotton, half wool. No, it's not half cotton. It's half Rami, half wool, but it acts the same as cotton. So now I can decide whether I want to add some ribbing. I think I do want to add some ribbing. And I was thinking if I would pick up the stitches and then do a knit ribbing, but I feel like I often feel like as the designer I can't make too many difficult modifications, and often mixing knitting and crochet is seen as a difficult modification and something that you don't really want to do as a designer. So I'll have to figure out if I think that's important or not. Thank you. Yeah. I think I'll wash and block it first, because I think that the sleeve will lengthen a bit, because see how it's kind of folding here? I think when I block it, then it will be longer. So I need to do that first. Yeah, so what next? I figured I have some works in progress that I really want to finish. So I have my Cooper socks. I've been knitting on that. They're downstairs. I have 2 brioche shawls. I have the pink bamboo top. Yeah, I need to look at that. Let's look at that. Oh, there's more yarn in here. I lost that. These were sent to me years ago by a lovely viewer from New Zealand. And this is a yarn with 55% New Zealand merino wool, 20% nylon, 15% alpaca, and 10% possum. Possum yarns. And I don't think you can see this, but it has some black hairs. See that on my finger? It's very, very thin. Yeah, it's too thin. It's just there. And that is the possum, I believe, because it is black and yeah, it's kind of difficult to describe. Made in New Zealand for naturally hand knit yarns. And I've been wanting to knit socks with these. Maybe I'll finally do that. There's some other yarn in here. Why did I keep this yarn in here? Okay. All sock yarns all in here, okay. But here is the bamboo yarn. I bought this in China when I was there on holiday. It is 70% bamboo, 30% cotton, is that right? I think that's cotton. That's bamboo for sure. Yeah. And oh, I haven't seen this in years. Well, no, that's not true. I packed it last year. But I haven't properly looked at it. I really like mixing crochet and knitting, but for people that only knit or crochet, it might be a challenge. Yeah, so, and I mean, it is a modification, so it's not really in the pattern, but still, I don't know. Oops. So would this even still fit? It does fit. Is it my style? No. What do I do with this? Can I over dye this? I probably could over dye it with Dylon, because that works better on plant fibers. Whereas the dye that I have right now from Escapius, it works better on animal protein fibers. Yeah. I don't know. And this used to be the correct width for me to be oversized, but now it will just fit. And it's very short. Maybe I'll finish this corner and then finish the rest with double crochets. I still have quite a bit. This was the start of the next square. And I do have the pattern. I do still have the pattern somewhere. But yeah, do I finish it as a top? Or do I finish it as something else? Good question. Are you going to wear it in a different color? Maybe. Could you finish it for someone else? I could. But then there's always the question of, will someone else like it? And will I have the motivation to make it if it's for someone else? I don't know. Mama? Mama chill. Ah, there she is. Thought I was hearing ghosts. It is tied to my vacation, yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. What do you think, Momo? Would you want to gift it to someone else? Yeah, I think so. But then, but then, you know, maybe they wouldn't wear it so much, and then I would maybe feel bad about that. That maybe, yeah, maybe they'll just wear it once, and then I would feel bad. What do you think, Momo? Yeah. Maybe I'll just make another square and see if I like making it. Or see if I can make it in the same size, because I don't really remember which needle size I used. I think it's 2.5. It was a pattern by Gosyo, Gosyo, which is a Japanese pattern brand. They have a lot of patterns on Ravelry. Sora motif sweater. It is really cute. I'll post the link in the chat so you can see. Could you use it as a wall-hanging lace curtain or tablecloth? That's a good idea. Or maybe like a market bag. Hello? Yeah. No, yeah. Momoche. Yeah, a market bag. Oh, I'll look in the projects. Okay. There's 2 finished projects for this, and one is something else entirely. Hello? Oh goodness, which one was it? 21404. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I have the pattern. Yeah. Oh, does my project say? No, it doesn't say the hook. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm just going to try. Can't find my crochet hooks. Oh, there they are. Right. Oh god, how old is this? I think this is 10 years old, this work in progress, because my trip to China was in 2014 and I started this on the trip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry if you can hear Momo. And I do a 4 double crochet cluster. It's a free pattern, so I don't think that is a problem if I mention how many stitches it is. I'm at the same point right now. I took out all my whips and I'm going to sort them out. There's some I'm going to frog. Yeah, fair enough. I think this one would be more effort to frog than to finish. And then all of the yarn would be in pieces because each square is... Yeah, I cut the yarn after each square, so I do have to finish it somehow. I hope you find the right person for this. It's so much work. Oh, I'm not too worried about it being a lot of work. But yeah, I'll if I make it into a top, then yeah, I'll have to find the right person for it. And maybe I'll put it on the Lucky Sweater app, because that's where people swap things that they've made. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see. I'll make 2 squares at least, and then maybe I'll do double crochets down. Because that way I might wear it myself. So what I really like about Japanese patterns is that they often, for things that are in the round like this, the last chain thing, they don't fully make it in chains. They do half of the chains. Oh, just 2. And then double crochet into the next cluster. So you're ending up in the middle of this scallop. Sorry if that's too zoomed out. Because then you can go on to the next row, and what they often do is then chain 1, single crochet over it, and now you're already in the halfway part of this scallop. Because Western patterns, we often complete the whole chain and then slip stitch there, and then do 2 more slip stitches so that you end up in the middle of the chain thing. Anyway, that's what I like about Japanese motif patterns. Emma found some nice fibers to spin. Yay! Now to make important decisions how to spin it. Yeah. So do you often switch between spinning methods like long draft, short draft, or is it long draw, short draw? Or do you mean how many plies to do and stuff, or how thin to spin it? Okay, making a corner. 1, 2, 3. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3. making another corner. Oh, yeah, or how to divide up the colors. Yeah, exactly. There's so many ways that you can spin the same braid of fiber. Oops. And then one chain. Oh, what is it? Mamachi. Come on. Go. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Right, I'll be finishing this square and then seeing what I will do with it, and maybe yeah, maybe I'll be working on this next live stream. Who knows? Who knows? I'll have a think about it. Yeah. But for now, that's the end of the live stream today. I have another call in about an hour, and I also really want to eat something. Priorities. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here with me today as I finished my cruise cardigan. So I'll be blocking this and then showing you the real proper finished cruise cardigan next week. And yeah, I'll see what I will work on next week. Do let me know if you have any ideas, because I have lots of projects. Who knows, I might be preparing for the next Patreon workshop, which is in 2 weeks. Another cable workshop, and I've been really wanting to create a sock pattern with one of the cables that we are going to try for that workshop. And the workshop after that is going to be about brioche. Still have to pick a date for that. Emma has a big rainbow bat that I want to spin at least. Ooh, fun! Yes, I have to figure out what to spin as well. But I won't spin for the live stream, I think, because my spinning wheel is very loud and I can't really have the same setup for filming when I spin. So, but I might show you some spinning progress as well next week. All right. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. I had lots of fun, and I'm very happy that I was able to weave in all of these ends. And I hope it's Thursday. I hope you have a great weekend ahead of you. This week has flown by, and I hope to see you next week. Have a very crafty couple of days. Thank you so much for being here, and see you next time. Bye-bye.